Actually, the wisest man, his name was Solomon in the Bible, and he was considered to be the wisest man in the world. He had wisdom. He tells the story about the two women that both claimed that their child, the little girl, was theirs. And Solomon asked the question, well, who does it belong to? They both said they're the mother. And Solomon said, okay, cut the child in half and give one half to each. And then the real mother, of course, says, no, I'm not the mother, she's the mother. And of course, Solomon said, give it to the woman who would give it away. This is wisdom, okay? Wisdom goes beyond information. Wisdom goes to the heart of the truth. And that heart of the truth is called love. And the love that would allow the mother to give a child away rather than see it injured or harmed. Well, yeah, that was wise. Good story. Love it. Well, what has that got to do with the wisdom I'm talking about? The wisdom I'm talking about is not knowledge, is not intelligence. It's not information. The wisdom I'm talking about is the wisdom of knowing who you are. Because who you think you are is not who you are. Who you are, as far as I'm concerned, lives inside of you, and He is your spirit, your Holy Spirit. Oh my goodness. You know, for many years I did a radio show in New York and down here in Florida, and we called it The Wizard of Iz. And the Wizard of Iz was a very wise man. Not Stanley, no. Stanley hoped to be the Wizard of Iz. He was my spirit, and I wasn't in contact with him until pretty late in life. Perhaps I was in my 50s, which is a long time ago. But first, when I finally realized who that wizard was, well, then my life has never been the same since. So I did this radio show in New York, and we called it The Wizard of Iz. And I allowed that wizard to speak through me. And and it was just such a wonderful thing. Because when he speaks through me, it's not Stanley talking. And hopefully, I'm not the one that's talking to you now. It's that wizard that's within inside of me. That wizard who knows the answers to all of our questions. And actually, that wizard, that is my I am presence. You know, the first commandment, if I recall correctly, is that I am the Lord thy God. Well, what is meant by that? I am the Lord thy God. Now, it doesn't say He is the Lord my God. It said, I am the Lord thy God. And of course, God, that's His name. I am. And when that I am presence is there, that spirit that's inside of us is there, that's the Wizard of Iz. And the one who speaks the truth. He is the truth. He has the answer to all of my questions. More than that, He is the answer to all of my questions. Yes, when I finally discovered that wizard that's inside of me, and knowing that this is my potential, that Holy Spirit and I am, well, they could be one. They could be one. I am. Well, I see that word, two words, that I am. That I am is the Lord my God, and He is inside of me, and when I address Him, I say, I am the Lord thy God, and thou shalt have no other gods before me. How wonderful to have Him inside of me and talk to me and answer my questions and love me. And He asks, what does He ask of me? That I am. He asked me to be that I am, not someone else, not who I think I am, not what my possessions are, not what I have done and all my thoughts and what distinguishes me from others. No, that is not who I am. I am the Lord thy God. And when I can contact and become one with him, my life is complete and it's wonderful. And hopefully I'm here and now. Anyway, this Wizard of Iz program, I called him the Wizard of Iz, that I am. Let me say that to me is actually the holy name. The holy name of God is I am. That's a family name of God. And that I am is in every one of us. When people ask you, who are you? Yes, you say I am. And then you add something onto it that you're not. You know, that's who you think you are. But the God that I am is that Wizard of Iz. Now, he's been called many things by different religions and different people, and they have different beliefs, but they all have that I am. There's another wonderful story that I love, the story of Moses climbing Mount Sinai and to speak to God. And he asked him, he says, God, tell me, what's your name? Tell me your name so I can tell these people down there. They're crazy. They think money is God. They worship all kinds of things. But I want to know your name. And supposedly God, or whoever it was he was talking to, said to him, I am that I am. And people wonder what those words are. I am that I am. That being that is inside of me, that being is the God that I am. So this is who he was talking to, and this being said to him, I am that I am. Tell them I am that I am. The words Yahweh in Hebrew means I am. That is wisdom, to know that I am. Wisdom is not the amount of information that you've collected over the years and try to use it to help yourself and the world. Well, that's good. It's wonderful. I mean, that's what intelligence is, the gathering of information and to use it for the benefit of humanity. That's not artificial intelligence. That's real intelligence. And it borders on wisdom. Wisdom, though, if the word love to intelligence, then I would define that as wisdom. So, to answer the question, how do you go from intelligence to wisdom? Go inside. Discover who you really are. Feel that spirit inside of yourself. Not what you've accumulated, not what you've done in this lifetime, not what other people think of you. No, that I am is the being that I am, that spirit that I am. Being, that's a funny word, being. It comes from the word, the verb to be, of course. And to be is actual, is what is. It's not what if, to say, well, I would be happy if, or imagine what's going to happen in the future, and we concentrate on that and we try to control the future by what we're doing now. Well, that's a pretty good idea if you can, but really you can't. The only thing that I am than you are, the God that you are, is the God that I am, because we belong to that same family. Of course, God is our Father, and I don't care what religion you practice, but to get that information, to feel that love, and to know the God that you worship is the God that's inside of you. You talk about wisdom. I want to talk about Solomon a little bit more. Solomon, one of the brilliant things that came out of the book of Solomon, Ecclesiastes, is when he He said that all is vanity. Well, what is vanity? That's the word that I use, is ego, which is the same thing, which is the separateness, the things that we think we are. And this is our ego, and we have vanity, that I am is different than what you are, and I am superior to what you are. I think that brings up another question. The question is, what's the condition of the world today, and what can be done about it, and how do I feel about that? Well, I would say that the condition of the world today is really horrible. I mean, the separation, the division that we feel here in this country, and actually this kind of division and hate and separateness, it's all over the world. It's there. The television has been filled with the incidents of January 6th. Here were these hordes of people attacking our Capitol, and what was that all about? Who are these people? I mean, these are white supremacists. To be white is to be supreme, is to be better than someone else of color. I mean, this is the condition of the world today. Separatism. People cling to their families, they cling to their countries, they cling to what they look like, the color of their skin, and they feel superior because of that. White supremacists. and they live by it, and they die by it, and that is what is the problem in the world today, is separation. They do not feel that oneness, that love. No, this is the Wizard of Iz. They haven't discovered that's inside of them. That Wizard of Iz is inside of all of us, regardless of what the color of your skin is. In any case, that's the condition of the world, and somehow or other we all are somewhat subject to it, having grown up in this culture and in this society. And my prayer is that we come to that wizard, to experience him inside of ourselves. I mean, to say I believe, that's enough. No, it's not believing, it's experiencing. And to experience is to be. To experience is to be. To think is not to be. In fact, thinking interferes with experience. Thinking interferes with experience. We have concepts that we have grown up with, that we were conditioned to understand, and we accept them as part of ourselves. The white supremacist, you can't convince him that he's not superior to the black. Of course, this is a problem, a serious problem. And until that problem is addressed not by our society, but by humanity, and it may take us many more generations, I'm afraid. But that's the case, but it's something to be prayed for. So anyway, when Moses climbed Mount Sinai and he asked God what his name was, and he says, I am that I am. And that I am is inside of you and inside of me. And may we be one and be happy and peaceful, because without it, we will never have that. So nice talking to you today.